I'm Nick Caruso, and you're watching This Week in Gear. This episode of This Week in Gear is presented by Crown & Caliber, the smarter way to buy or sell a watch. It's been an exciting week here at Gear Patrol, even if we aren't here at Gear Patrol. Issue 13 of our magazine launched this week, and we are super proud of it. And you should be excited to get your hands on a copy. It's chock full of really incredible stories, and amazing photography, and lots of good product news. Later on, you're going to see a video chat I had with a few of my colleagues who were instrumental in putting the issue together. But first, and the irony of this is not lost on me, I am pleased to tell you that it is prime time to shop for a fun car. Our motoring desk writers and editors have been hard at work finding some deals on really fun sports cars that are available for about $20,000 or less. And these are names you're not going to want to pass over. So if you're in the market or if you're just interested, stay tuned for that. And of course, as always, if you're interested in any more information about anything we talk about in this week's episode, make sure you visit the description below for links to our online coverage, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss any video news and reviews. And with that, let's get started. Partially due to the ever-expanding SUV and truck boom, but also because it's already well into 2020 and 2019 models are already somehow old, car dealerships are trying to move some old stock off their lots, and that's good news for you, especially if you're in the market for a very fun car. We have a few deals here that our motoring desk has found that are fun. Some have stick shifts, they're all sports cars, and they all clock in at $20,000 or less. So if you're in the market, or even if you're not, this is what you should know. Right now, dealers are offering massive discounts of $10,000 or more on both turbocharged EcoBoost V6 and V8-powered GT Mustangs, which amounts to some dealers listing brand new 2019 examples for less than $20,000. We found a dealer in Florida offering a 10-speed automatic version for just $18,500. Another has a 6-speed manual listed for $18,750. These are brand new, never titled, 310 horsepower Mustangs for less than $20,000. If you do need the V8 in the GT Mustang, which is a 460 horsepower 5-liter engine, you can find some of those 2019 models with MSRPs above $40,000 that are now on sale for less than $30,000. Speaking of cheap Ford performance, the Fiesta ST, which is a car we reviewed all the way back in 2013, so it's a little old by now, packs a lot of punch for its size. It weighs well south of 3,000 pounds and packs nearly 200 horsepower and a 6-speed manual, plus it's agile as a go-kart. And right now, you can find new ones for well below MSRP. We found a white 2019 Fiesta ST for sale at a dealership in Fargo, North Dakota that is selling for $21,000, which is $3,300 below MSRP. And there are a ton more, so click through the link in the description below to shop around. Lastly, how about an Italian Miata for just over $20,000? The Fiat 124 Spider is effectively a Mazda Miata. It's been restyled by Italians at Fiat and outfitted with a punchy, turbocharged engine. But Americans haven't really been buying it, which translates to there being a massive dealer backlog. So, Fiat dealers are offering huge discounts to try to move them out of their stock. In Spokane, Washington, we found a black version with the brand's luxury trim that has a 6-speed manual transmission as well. It's got an almost $4,600 dealer discount applied to it and a $3,000 Fiat 124 Spider discount, which brings the price down from its over $30,000 MSRP to a few bucks shy of $23,000. Haggle a bit and there's potential for a $20,000 Italian Roadster. And you guessed it, find out more info in the description below. Crown & Caliber is leading a new movement in the watch marketplace, one with a focus on expertly preserving legacy and a commitment to the future. Their team of watchmakers take meticulous care of the details, ensuring each watch is ready for your next great endeavor. Over 50,000 buyers and sellers have trusted Crown & Caliber's risk-free, convenient, and empowering process. Find your next modern classic at crownancaliber.com. the smarter way to buy or sell a watch. All right. Well, for everybody tuning in, I am joined by a few of my colleagues here, and they are Jack Seamer, our deputy editor, over here with the headphones on. We have deputy photo editor Henry Phillips, who is grinning in front of the bookcase there. And then we have motoring editor Will Sable Courtney, holding it up down. Where are you in Brooklyn? You're somewhere?
Just South Slope.
South Slope. Henry, you're in?
Clinton Hill.
Clinton Hill. And Jack, you are?
I'm calling in from Florida.
That's right. Jack skipped town. That's okay. We don't hold it against you. We'll see you back soon enough. Guys, thanks for joining me here. This is a little different than we're used to, but it's working out pretty well. It's good to see everybody's smiling faces. And we have a pretty exciting thing to talk about. We have issue 13 of Gear Patrol magazine. I want to kind of run through each of your individual involvements with everything, starting with you, Jack, sort of the overseer of the whole mag experience for everyone. So can you kick us off with some top level stuff?
Yeah, for sure. So pretty early on in sort of the ideation stage of making the magazine, we looked at the timeline and the launch date and really settled on one thing that really felt right, which was the summer preview. So I would say that, going into the magazine, the thing that we really tried to do was to create a collection of stories that, weren't just interesting or aspirational, but, truly useful. So, in the ideation sort of meetings and brainstorm sessions that we had kind of going into production, the thing that the editors and I really tried to do is prioritize, the stories and guides that we felt would be kind of most relevant now and through the summer.
You especially have a lot of say and control and sort of like you a love for the front and the back of the book, the different sections of the book. Can you walk us through those a little bit, kind of what to expect? Anything cool?
Yeah, totally. One of my favorite sections of the book is the front of book. We call it the guide. And there's a lot really kind of going on. I would say that the elevator pitch there is that's really where we, as a team, sort of dig into the current trends and sort of upcoming launches, for the season and for this issue, it's sort of spring and summer. One of the highlights of that section is our big review, which is. And in previous issues has been really this place where writers and editors have gone deep on a single product. Nick, you once wrote a review of a Porsche 911. Last year, we also did a review of the Samsung folding phone. For this one, instead of singling out a single product, we kind of looked at the kind of emerging technology of 5G. And Will, on the call with us here, worked with our tech editor, Eric Leimer, to review 5G. And Eric spent several weeks in New York City sort of testing the kind of early iterations of that technology.
Well, what was your experience with that? What were you like with the story?
I was kind of like the shake and bake kid in this, and I was like, and I helped. I was basically just serving as the editor for it. So as part of my responsibilities, I edit the review. So I worked with Eric. He pitched doing it as the review for this issue, like just doing the whole sort of technology as a whole rather than just one specific phone or product or something like that. And Jack and I have talked about it. We really liked it. So I worked with Eric. He tested it out for a few weeks, going back and forth between where he lives in New Jersey and our office in Manhattan. And we sort of like worked on some ways to sort of like make it something that is both sort of very, knowledgeable. Like there's a lot of good information for you to pull out of this. There's a lot of service in it, but also does sort of talk about this from sort of a higher level, where it's like, here's what 5G is actually going to mean to you. And I actually learned a lot from it when editing it. I didn't realize just how comprehensive 5G is and how it's sort of actually multiple different technologies all working hand in hand. It's not just one big thing.
Very cool. And Henry was involved in a very special way. Is that true?
Yeah, so there's a byline from Henry for an ongoing series that we've been doing for many years called Found, where we basically just comb eBay and secondhand sites to sort of unearth interesting forgotten goods from the past. So for this installment, he wrote about film point and shoots as a cool alternative to pricey travel rigs or even just disposable cameras for the summer. Kind of the photography equivalent of a beater watch or something. So.
Got it. Henry, did you happen to bring that camera home with you from the office, or is it?
It's on the shelf there somewhere, I think.
I believe you. We can do like a.
Actually, no, but it was fun because I think Jack came to me way early on and said, I think we want to do a point and shoot camera, and then personally, I feel it was a huge mistake. Made the mistake of asking the entire creative team which camera it should be, and there was like a 12-hour debate. Straight on Slack, just kind of relentless. But in the end, it worked out because I was writing it and producing it and shooting it. So I could choose whatever I wanted. And I chose the one that I've had since 2012. So I didn't have to buy anything new or find anything, which worked out great. But no, it's a really rad little camera. It's a Nikon point and shoot. I won't give too much away just now.
Yeah, we don't want to. Just a little bait.
It's available to purchase. It's great. No, but it was a fun shoot to produce. Kind of simple and elegant, and trying to make our office look like a million different things, including like a tastefully decorated Parisian home.
Well, that's kind of your MO every day, in and out, right? You're shooting all our custom photography, you and your team, in the same space, in the studio.
Yeah.
That is right in front of your desk, right behind my head at work, and it's an empty room, and you make beautiful stuff happen in there. Anything special for this issue?
Loads special. So the front of book is generally like really studio photography heavy. We do all sorts of kind of like really nitty gritty kind of product photography. But then we also do a really cool series called Testing. It's this great series where it's really fun to kind of get out with editors or writers and shoot this new product that just came in the office. It's the kind of stuff that shows up at the office and everybody around them like kind of huddles in. And even if they're pulling like a cooler out of a box, everybody kind of like hovers by and drifts over to see what's going on with this like $800 Yeti cooler. That was Wishlist. But testing's really fun just because we get to get out. Wishlist is this beautiful kind of like on black, really elegant photography of outrageously kind of high-end items. And then we did this great style shoot in the back of book, all 13,000 photos of the magazine. A shocking majority, or at least shocking amount, were devoted to this one big cover feature. Will Courtney was kind of the man behind the curtain on that one, and maybe in front of the curtain too. There's a couple photos of you in the magazine, I believe.
Mostly because of my hat.
Hey, how about that? The magic of television.
Right?
Good. I'd like you to wear that while we talk about your piece. What's the feature?
All right, so the story is called Blaze of Glory. Basically, it's about 2020 is this time when we are living in this golden age of American muscle cars. Like the cars that you can buy nowadays are so much more capable than they've ever been. Things like the Mustang, the Camaro, the Challenger. So we put together the three most powerful ones that you can get right now, which is the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, and the Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye Wide Body, which is just a stupendously long name.
Right.
Between the three of them, they have 2,200 horsepower, which is, again, so we're talking, the least powerful one of these is the Camaro, and that makes 650 horsepower.
I was going to say, that equates to about 700 each, and that is about what each of them has, right? Which is wild. It's
just an absurd amount of power. These names will be around for a very long time. But the idea of a like super stupid powerful V8 powered, gas powered muscle car, I just said powered like 3 times.
There's a lot of power.
They're so powerful. That's going to go away sooner or later. We decided to take these 3 cars and take them on sort of an all-American Western road trip.
There's so much more we could talk about. Henry, you could talk about every other photo in the magazine. Jack, you could drill down on every story. But we do want to leave some room for people to read for themselves. So I want to turn back to Jack. Jack, where can people pick up a copy or read the magazine?
Yeah, so the issue is out. It's available for purchase at the Gear Patrol store online. We're still shipping, and given everything that's been happening and the fact that a lot of our readers may be sort of homebound or kind of staying indoors, we wanted to sort of show our appreciation and for continuing to support, and wanted to sort of offer everybody a complimentary digital copy of issue 13. So you can get that by signing up for one of our newsletters. More info sort of on the site. If you already are a subscriber, thank you very much. The link to get your copy is already in your inbox.
Fantastic. And of course, if you are a subscriber, you'll have a hard copy at some point as well.
We do recommend, if you get the chance, to also get the print copy because it just looks beautiful. It's just such a work of art in itself.
Yeah, I personal plug for the magazine. Since I've been involved with almost all of them, I comped the first issue after the fact. I have like half of one of my bookshelves is orange with those books, and they're always fantastic to show off. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you all for all the details. Thanks for all the stories. Thanks for all the work on this issue. I'm really looking forward to getting one in my hands, but I'm going to check out that digital issue now, I guess.
It's on the clock for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I guess it counts.
What's that?
Maybe it counts as work.
Yeah, of course it does. I'm clocking this. I'm recording this whole thing the whole time.
We want that.
All right. Well, hold it down in different parts of the city, and Jack in the south. We'll see you guys pretty soon, and keep up the good work.
Yeah. See ya.
Yes.
That's it for this episode of This Week in Gear. If you're interested in any more information about anything we talked about in this episode, just check the description below for links to our online coverage. And so you never miss any more video news and reviews, click the subscribe button here on YouTube, and you'll never miss a story. With that, we hope you're well, we hope you're safe, healthy, happy, and indoors. We'll see you next week.